I got the red memo. Wasn't
Right?
the shirt, but I got the red
Everybody's
lipstick.
wearing red today.
Yeah, it's the color for today.
Yeah. You look good, girl.
Thank you. You too.
And we are live.
Woohoo!
Introduce her to me.
Yes. How is everyone feeling? We are here live again. Welcome to Creating Excellence. In this episode, we are going to be speaking to Dedee Cai. And Dedee Cai, let's just we're gonna get straight into it. But Dedee Cai is the founder and performance coach of Fit to Profit, a company that utilizes psychology, cognitive science, holistic wellness to help entrepreneurs get holistically fit to attain peak level performance in their life and their businesses. With over 15 years of experience in running her own businesses in the brick and mortar health and wellness industry, Dedee married her love for living an optimal lifestyle and business to create FTP. She believes that your self-worth is your net worth, and she's on a mission to empower women to live up to their potential unapologetically while changing the world. How are you, Dedee? How are you?
Let's go, guys. I am fantastic. I am so excited to be here with both of you. Thank you for having me. And yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm really excited for this conversation today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
We're
always
curious. We are curious. What brought you into this line of work? Why FTP? Why performance coaching?
Yeah. So guess what? This whole thing has been a spiritual journey for me, which is the last element in fit for us. Fit means to be physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually fit. So this whole business, how it evolved from the beginning to where I am today, has been a personal journey. I honestly grew up third world country, migrated to the States as first generation immigrant, started out from zero, nothing, you guys, and to be where I am today is a blessing in itself. But ultimately, through my journey, there have been traumas and tragedies and things like that, but I've been able to overcome them all, right? To build the business from the ground up, to have started brick and mortar businesses and to have failed and come back again, failed and came back again. And so I do this because this is what I'm passionate about. I really believe in the human potential from that, third world country little girl who, grew up where the bathroom was an outhouse and now where I am, like, meaning anything is possible when we are willing to do whatever it takes to be successful, right? And so performance coach or business coach, whatever you want to name me, but I'm truly here today because I know what it's like to be from the other end and to like cross the road and come through and transform my whole entire life personally and professionally. So it all really started from me wanting to grow myself and ultimately want to be in contribution to the world. So yeah, I put myself through the work. I'm still a work in progress today, but I really believe that we can have it all. We just have to be willing to invest in ourselves.
absolutely. You talked about some of your clients. Who are the people that you love to work with, and how do you help them?
Yeah, so I love, love, love. I love you, Devon. I love you, men. I'm married to a man for 17 years, but I have a heart for women entrepreneurs. We have a really major role to play, especially business owners. We play like the caregiver, we play the CEO, and it's really challenging. So my heart is always really soft for women entrepreneurs because of what we need to become, right? And so we serve them, really building them up from the inside out, really getting them to first personally build a self-care system that I can take care of themselves physically, emotionally, right? And mentally on a daily basis. And then ultimately at the end of the day, how are you standing, when things get chaotic, when everything doesn't seem to be working, is leaning into your faith, leaning into your spirituality. So we have processes that that we take our client through to get her really connected to who she is, to really define her own definition of success. And then from there, create an action plan that is in alignment, you know, to who she is and what she stands for. But ultimately, you know, when it's all said and done, like, what does she want to leave behind, you know, as a legacy for herself and her family? So we go, as you can see, holistically all around. I don't believe business is only strategy and tactic, but it's definitely more than that. Mindset is not sexy, but at the same time, guys, like, I can't get away from it, right? Like, it's everything. You know, it's at least 80% of business is mindset, and that's what it is about. And we get to train them to be equipped on all levels, so that way they can be successful.
Yeah, so I like what you said. So I know you talk about self-care systems, and so I mean before this, the behind the scenes, we was kind of just mentioning about self-sabotage being on that same spectrum of like self-worth. So my question for you is that what's been your biggest challenges as an entrepreneur moving across that spectrum from self-sabotage to embracing self-care and self-worth, and in
Yeah.
how has that been for you?
Yeah, so it has been a journey. I can tell you that. Like, it has been painful, it has been amazing, all at the same time. I say that because, as you can see, self-sabotage, right? Like, you can have a moment where you're beating yourself up, etc., and things like that. And when you're able to really pause and lean into the emotion and work with it and allowing yourself to ride through it, the other side, it's like, oh my gosh, I am so capable. And so I want to say the journey has been to really embrace it all. And I can tell you, the moment when I realized that, oh my gosh, I'm alive, is it because I'm worthy enough to be alive? Oh yes, that was the moment where I know that I am enough, right? I am enough to do whatever it is that I want to do. That was the moment where I was like, okay, if I know that I'm enough, I know that I am worthy. Does that mean I should start taking care of myself and stop eating junk food? Yeah, that's a good idea, right? And okay, if that means that I am worthy of being healthy, okay, so does it mean I'm worthy to be in a good relationship? Absolutely. So does it mean I have to get rid of this loser boyfriend over here? Yes, you do that, right? So you see, when you really start seeing that, oh my goodness, I am worthy, then you can start making little steps, taking little changes uh, that can get you to ultimately feel worthy, right? And then when you feel worthy, it's like a bullet, like you're bulletproof. I ultimately believe that when you're worthy, like, there's nothing, like, even a negative comment from someone, even my husband, I love him to death, like 17 years together. He still has his opinion about certain things. And if I am not worthy enough, I can take that as a criticism or like a limiting belief, when I'm like, okay, you are entitled for your opinion. I am enough, right? Like, I am enough, I am worthy, and I don't have to take on that feedback. And so yeah, it's a really interesting dynamic, but it's like, it's a practice too. I want to let everybody know that there isn't anything that you can do overnight. It's a practice, and that's why I said self-care system. It's little by little, step by step. You get to build that, you know, for yourself, and whatever that looks like, you know, and honor that, like, honor yourself in that process, and just one step at a time.
This is all music to my ears because, again, like I was saying, like, I'm on this whole self-worth campaign. Like, you gotta build up your self-worth and your self-belief and trust yourself. So, like, that's definitely the wave I'm on. So you talked about, keep going and you are thriving, but you also mentioned that you failed in business, and also just your journey from coming as a first, how do you say it, first time
First
immigrant,
generation immigrant.
first
So
first
yeah, I was
generation
not born in
immigrant.
the States. English is my second language. Yes, that's
Right.
that's how first generation it can be.
And so,
So
where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam, so third world
Vietnam.
country. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
But
Yeah, love it.
on that journey of now, you've been through it, you have all these tools, you have all these systems. What would you have told yourself growing through all that, failed businesses, hardship, feeling bad about yourself, not knowing that you were worthy yet? What is some advice or some things you would tell yourself in those moments in the lowest parts of your life?
Oh my goodness, guys. I tell myself that every day, like, and when I have a certain moment, and that was one of those things that I even teach my kids now. I'm telling everyone is like, just don't quit. Just keep going. Like, you just do whatever you need to do. Feel sorry for yourself. Do whatever you need to do. Just do not give up, because success is a matter of when. It's never the how, it's when. So keep going one step at a time. And I tell myself too, when things get hard, when technology gets hard, when something breaks down, when, my staff does not show up, like, what are you going to do? I'm just
Right.
going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, like one step, keep moving forward. Just don't quit. Don't ever quit, and you will be successful.
And I want to add on to that. Was there a particular moment where it was like, aha, like I'm worthy for you? Because sometimes this worthiness, it feels kind of like like, oh yeah, I'm worthy. It feels like those affirmations that we're putting on ourselves, but it doesn't feel like something from the inside out. But I know for me, when it came like, oh, I'm worthy, it changed those minor habits in my day to day. Like, oh, I'm not gonna eat that. Oh, no, I'm gonna go for a walk because I'm worthy of going for a walk. But was there a moment in your life, or even when you look at your clients, is there something that when you can see that shift whenever they're going up the hill? You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. So unfortunately, mine was a tragedy. I mean, to really, I hate to mention it, but I, of course, had my plan set out for me, did everything that I was supposed to do, got my first corporate job, and I was supposed to be happy. Found myself in a cubicle looking at four walls, and I was like, nope, this is not it. Of course, and I ditched that idea, went into starting my own business, putting all of our life savings in starting a restaurant with my mom and her salons and all of the things, working 18-hour days. Nope, that's not it. Right? Like, failed once, failed twice. And then ultimately at the and I did everything that I was supposed to do for someone else and not for myself. Remember this, up until this point, right? And I was like, no, it's not working. Why is it not working? Right? I felt really broken. I was depleted inside. And then I finally said, you know what? I'm going to ditch everything. I'm going to throw everything away. I'm going to start fresh. And it has to really start with me listening to myself, trusting myself. And so I decided, Mom, I told my business partner at the time, I was like, I don't want to do this. And so she said, that's fine. We closed the restaurant. I started taking care of myself. I still didn't understand the self-worth piece at all, right? Up until that point, knowing this, right? And that I've been already in business for like 10 years by then. And the week of my wedding, I lost my best friend to suicide. So I buried her July 4th. Our wedding was July 7th. And that was the first time it was truly a matter of life and death. Because, guys, I was actually suffering with depression and anxiety in silence, but I didn't want anybody else to know about it. I wanted everything to look really dandy and beautiful from the outside. So long story short, I rechanneled my grief, right, into really, what do I have the responsibility to do now? I need to fix myself. And that was the moment I was like, otherwise it would be the other option, right? Like, I had moments, like I had thoughts, about taking the other route, but then I had to choose. It was life and death, and I chose life. That means I have the responsibility to heal myself. And that's the moments when I said, I am worthy. I am worthy to be healed. I am worthy to live. And what am I going to do with that? If I have that life now, what am I going to do? So tragedy was my moment, unfortunately, but it has made who I am today, built my character. And if I am worthy to be alive, if you are worthy to be alive, you are a gift to someone. If you are breathing today, you are supposed to be doing something with your life, right? And so, that was my moment, right? So please don't wait until like a tragedy happens or anything like that. I want you to really sit back and think about, are you happy right now in your life with whatever you have? And if it's not the case, that's okay. What do you want changed? Like, right? Like, what's the one thing that you can go after right now? So
Yeah, see them character building moments. I always say it. The character building moments. You can't neglect those character building moments because it's definitely gonna shape us. We we have a guy. Whoever's listening, we have a responsibility to fix ourselves. We have a
Mm-hmm.
responsibility to heal ourselves. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. But Jeesh.
Dedee,
You
can
want
we
to say
use your
anything?
camera?
Oh, where's Dedee at? Dedee. Let's see.
Uh-oh. Think we technology, right?
Hey,
Oh
give me
goodness.
a slogan now.
Uh-oh.
There we go. There we go.
Whoa, I was hearing they are mowing our lawn. I was like trying to turn off everything and I turn off everything.
Oh yeah. No, you're fine. We didn't hear it.
Yeah, the background noise with the mowers. Yeah. So yes, so oftentimes it doesn't have to take that moment, right? Like of
Mhm.
the deepest end for you to realize that things can be better. Because ultimately it could be, maybe you're feeling a little bit stagnated, maybe you're a little bored, whatever it may be, or you're not, passionate anymore. Yeah, that's the time to regroup, right? Like to figure out, okay, like what am I supposed to be doing? Give yourself a breather. That's what I mean with having a self-care system. Like I don't let myself go. And honestly, guys, more than 2 or 3 hours of like moping around and feeling like sorry for myself. Like before that time was much longer, right? Like, oh, it'd be like months and weeks and days. And now it's like a couple hours, or like on good days, it's like literally like minutes, right? So we get to
Yeah.
practice building that self-care system for ourselves. But ultimately for me, it's like when I'm not happy or when I'm not working on my zone of genius or I'm not in flow, what is going on, right? And that is when you get to be it responsible for yourself of how you're feeling, what you're up to.
Yes. Wow. I want to keep going. I wanted to ask really quickly before you go. What are some things that you used or some of the things that you did to actually fix yourself? Like what were some things that you remember like, oh, when I did this, when I did that, or when I used this, that really helped me fix myself and now it's a part of my self-care system.
Yeah, I would say, you guys, fitness is one of my non-negotiables. I have 4 F's. We call it faith, fitness, family, and then fulfillment. So what are your priorities? Put that on the list for your daily to do. But ultimately, do not undervalue. And you hear this all the time too. It's important. Fitness, move your body. You don't have to run marathons. You don't have to be a triathlete. You don't have to, none of that. Move your body, move energy. We are people with energy. You need to be able to move your body so that way your energy flows, so you're energetic, you're focused, things like that. Fitness, you guys. Physical was the first thing that I explored in my journey, is getting moving. Like get yourself out there, exercise, move your body any way you can. That's the
Yeah.
first thing. First thing.
That is so powerful.
Movement is king, as they say.
Yes.
Yeah. And we know you have a
Yeah. So,
gift for the
so
audience.
Didi, we know you have a gift you want to share with the audience. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so you guys sign up for it. I
Oh, is
have
there a
a
delay?
2-hour workday blueprint. Sign up to be a part of a community where I give you videos and trainings on how to charge your worth. So that way you can increase your revenue, how to sell without being salesy, guys. Like it's supposed to be a service. It's supposed to be something that you're gifting people. So sign up to be a part of a community. And I'm also just a message away. I'm on LinkedIn. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and also yeah, find us on our website, www.fittoprofit.com. You can have it all. I truly believe that. If I can, you can too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're gonna share our gifts page. And you will find Dedee's gift inside of the gifts page. So make sure you go in the description of this video and we have, more information about Dedee, where you can find her, contact her bio, all that good stuff. And you could actually get access to this 2-hour workday structure so you can join her community and you can go deeper with Dedee if she really resonates with you and you want her as a coach. Like honestly, I resonate so much with this message. And so if you were like, man, this is the self-worth conversation I want to explore, I want to grow, definitely make sure you download Dedee's gift. This is a gift for you. She's offering this to you so you can go and she's inviting you into her community and you can grow it with her and her community and her clients. So to get to that next level of your life. So make sure you get access to Dedee's free gift in the gifts page.
Yes, Guy. Thank you so much for holding the space for us and hosting this show. I appreciate it. Yes, this is how
Absolutely,
we
Dee.
collectively change the world, guys. Keep it up. Good work.
I do. Is there any last word you want to leave with the audience?
Yeah, so I would say get used to, get practice, whatever you need to do, get used to and get practice of investing in yourself, because that is going to pay dividends and it's only compounds. So that's one thing that I can guarantee you. I've spent so much money, on myself, but I wouldn't be here today having this conversation with you if I didn't do that. So invest in yourself, whatever that looks like for you.
Yes, love that. You heard it, guys. All right. So thank you, Dedee, for gracing the stage. Everyone, you know what to do. Stay empowered, stay